partner company of all Toyota Ventures in India, across 7 joint ventures, including Sakra World Hospital, the first India-Japan partnership hospital in India. She is also the director on multiple boards like Karnataka Invest Forum and Board of Invest India. Mrs. Kirloskar also holds prominent positions on government bodies, trade associations, on policy impact work with both state and central government, and has worked on several large platforms of the Government of India, Japan Trade, Business and Corporation. It's a pleasure to hear from her this afternoon. Please put your hands together and join me in welcoming on our dais Mrs. Gitanjali Vikram Kirloskar.
Konnichiwa, Namaskara. Dear Takayama-san, Deputy Director General METI, Honorable Dr. Selva Kumar, Principal Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industry, Government of Karnataka, Honorable Member Dr. B.K. Saraswat, Niti Aayog, Yamazaki-san, Economic Minister, Embassy of Japan in India, Yokoshima-san, President NIDO, Mizutani-san, Director General JETRO, with whom I work very closely in Bangalore, industry partners, supporting associations, venture capitalists, startups, and other esteemed guests present here today, including, very happy to see when I walked in, my joint venture partners, Toyota Tsusho. I thank JETRO for inviting me to share my view at this Japan-India Mobility Summit at the right time and the right place now. The dialogue will, I am sure, present both the potential and the opportunities for greater India-Japan partnerships in green mobility. Just to give you a quick background, my late husband Vikram Kirloskar brought Toyota to India in 1995 with textile machinery, and from then expanded across 7 joint ventures with Toyota, Toyota Kirloskar Motor, the automobile joint venture in 1997, right here at Bidadi in Bengaluru, Toyota Kirloskar Auto Parts in May 2002, the e-drive manufactured here exported the first manufacturing line outside Japan in Asia. Toyota Industries Engine India, April 2015, the TNGA engine, a Make in Karnataka and Make in India product. It's a 30-year strong partnership in growing, integrating each other's best practices and talent, committed to environment and sustainability initiatives, today use of 100% renewable energy, meeting 89.3% of the water requirement from recycled and rainwater harvesting, recycling 96.4% of the waste generated, set up a globally competitive supply chain right here around Bengaluru that integrates the best practices from Japan, raising the average bar of manufacturing excellence in the region. I said this because I want you to see and understand that it is possible to have strong partnerships in India that will sustain over time and grow exponentially. It is a privilege today to speak on a subject that represents the next chapter of the India-Japan partnership in the automotive sector. Today, the green mobility landscape is changing rapidly. Vehicles are becoming electric, connected, autonomous, and increasingly software-defined. India-Japan must evolve from Make in India to Innovate in India, and it can happen right here from Bangalore. Can India become a global innovation partner for mobility for Japanese companies? Passenger vehicle market in India has been growing with over 4.3 million units sold in 24-25 and will show a year-on-year 4% growth for 26-27. India comes third globally in total vehicle sales and auto market size. So you have huge scale for the sector. With stricter emission norms coming in India, it is becoming imperative to adapt to multiple technology pathways that can best meet the carbon neutrality target. Currently in India, we already have the hybrids and the electric vehicles. India is not just a market of 1.4 billion people. It is an innovation base of 1.4 billion possibilities. Open innovation is no longer optional, it is strategic. Japanese OEMs can anchor R&D centers in India right here at Bangalore, not just for cost, but for capability. Local talent is deeply aligned with the needs of the next generation mobility software development, AI, embedded systems, data analytics, cybersecurity, and digital engineering. As vehicles become software-driven platforms, rather than purely mechanical machines, India's strength in digital technologies becomes a strategic advantage with great potential to do it from Bengaluru. Dr. Selva Kumar has already elaborated on that. With a vibrant and dynamic startup ecosystem, rapid innovation in electric mobility, battery technologies, charging infra, telematics, mobility platforms, and AI-based optimization systems, when combined with Japan's strength in precision manufacturing, quality excellence, long-term technology vision, long-term capital, the opportunity for open innovation becomes very powerful. Japanese companies and Indian engineers and startups can co-create solutions from here for global markets. GCC 20 is not just back office, it is designed to deliver ownership, and I always say that it is now time for you and from Japan, for all big investors, to look at India as a strategic long-term investment opportunity with a globally competitive export potential embedded. Let us move, therefore, from vendor relationships to innovation partnerships, from Make in India to Invent with India, from supply chains to value networks, from transactional collaboration to technology co-sovereignty. India offers scale, Japan offers depth. Today, we can create world-class innovation for the world. India and Japan, I think the time is right, I believe, to shape the future of mobility and clean energy, not just for our two great nations, but for the world, right here from Bengaluru. And from we know now that today geopolitics plays a very important role in any business investment and growth outside of your own country. And it is wonderful that India and Japan have enjoyed, this year we complete 74 years of good diplomatic relations between India and Japan. And there is a very strong currency, therefore, that the two countries enjoy, and that is trust. You know that that's not an easy currency in geopolitics today. So I wish you the very best, and I am sure that it will be a very productive day, forging new partnerships for global innovation right here from Bangalore between our two great nations of India and Japan. And I hope you meet with the same success that we Kirloskar have met with our Japanese partners. Dhanyavadalu.